Hi everybody, this is SAAD. Yesterday, as the midterm elections were unfolding in the United States, I posted the following comments on my social media. This is roughly 12 hours ago, and I wanted to read you those comments because they are as apropos today, now that we know the results, as they were yesterday as the results were coming in. So here we go. My advice, irrespective of whether your preferred candidate wins or loses tonight, don't worry too much about it. Be grateful for all of the wonderful things that enrich your life. Politics is an important domain, but it need not define your existence. There are so many sources of joy that you can draw from. Don't hate those who do not share your political beliefs. Debate them, argue with them, disagree with them, but then shake hands and face tomorrow with renewed vigor. I see so much venom and vitriol being thrown around. Lost in this poisonous climate is the fact that we live in still free societies that allow us to disagree with one another politically and yet remain peaceful. Have a good night, everyone. So now that the elections are over, some people are very happy, some people are very upset, some are relieved. There's the full range of emotions I'm sure people are experiencing. But my comments of yesterday, of course, hold this morning, right? Sure, you may be upset because your favorite candidate lost, but let's not demonize each other. It's funny because politics appears to be one of the last places where it is perfectly okay to truly demonize with absolute vitriol the outgroup members. In most instances, doing so to racial categories is not permitted in polite society. I say in most instances, but because it is okay to demonize white people, but not other races, according to the progressive calculus. You can't just frivolously attack someone's ethnicity or religion, certainly in polite company. The only place where people are still perfectly emboldened and feel perfectly justified to truly spew unbelievable hatred toward the other group. And it's not as though only Republicans do it or only Democrats do it. I see it because I actually happen to have friends, both online and offline, who fall on the whole spectrum. And I see the lunacy that takes place. Now, again, many people think or write to me saying, oh, but why do you criticize the left more than you do the right? That's because of the ecosystem that I live in. As I've already explained on numerous occasions, I even have a SAAD TRUTH clip dedicated to this. I exist in an ecosystem called academia that is largely dominated by the left, and therefore many of the cognitive biases, many of the departures from reason that I am exposed to are those that are instantiated by the left. Now, if I existed in a different ecosystem where I were more exposed on a daily basis to evolution deniers who might be Republican politicians in the Deep South, well, then I would be more likely to speak out against them. And of course, the reality is that much of the intelligentsia is today dominated by the left. So this is why I spend a lot more of my time critiquing things that are taking place among leftist folks. It's not because I'm a closeted right-winger or I have posters of Trump. All I care about is to contribute to truth-seeking, to help people engage ideas in a dispassionate manner. I mean, that's the whole point of my next book, right? So it's not as though I'm pushing one agenda or the other. And of course, not that it's not okay for people to hold political positions, but that's never really my case. So when I don't criticize Trump as much as I might Hillary Clinton, it's not because I'm in love with Trump. It's because I see all my leftist friends going absolutely insane in their collective Munchausen every time Trump says, "Good morning, everyone." And that upsets me, that annoys me, that strikes me as an injury to truth, to nuanced thinkers, to sophisticated thinkers. Therefore, I weigh against that. Okay, and so my original point holds. Don't hold ill will to people who who are positioned differently from you on the political spectrum. We live in a free society. It's wonderful that there are so many diverse points of view. Believe me, you would not want to be living in places where your head would come off if you held a different view. So tone down the rhetoric, be cool. Hey, listen, I take on people on Twitter and I brawl, but it's always done, believe me, with a smile on my face. There's kind of a sardonic wit that is, even when I'm insulting you, if I call you a degenerate schmuck, I really do it with a smile. If I probably saw you and you came up to me and you said, "Hey, I'm the one who was uh, the victim of that insult," I'd probably shake your hand and we probably hug it out. So there's never any rancor, at least in most cases, with people with whom I engage, even very forcefully. So disagree, but realize that life is full of so much more than politics. Go out there, grab the day, have fun, hug your children, enjoy your friends, make love to your spouse, and stop hyperventilating about things that ultimately will have very, very, very little influence on your overall life. I hope that these were wise words. I wish you a good day. Talk to you soon. Cheers.